Good morning to all you young and Restless fans. Justin Fleming here, and I'm here today to give all of you a spoiler for today's episode of CBS daytime drama Young and Restless. But first, I know all of you are excited about today's episode because he's back. The new Adam, Justin Hartley, is joining the Young and Restless today. I know all of you are excited about that. But first, let's get down to business. I'm here today to give all of you a little bit of a spoiler for today's episode of the CBS daytime drama The Young and the Restless. So here's the spoiler. In Genoa City, in the Genoa City ballroom stairwell, Phyllis explores Sharon to tell how she screwed up everyone's lives and almost killed her in the process. They leave the stairwell as Jack questions what's going on. Victor says he's been duped. You're not Summer's father. Nicholas is. Jack looks at the DNA results. Phyllis tells an irate Jack that it's true. Nick and Jack want to hear it from Sharon. Sharon says she never meant to hurt anyone. Nick asks if it's true. Sharon confirms it. I switched the results. Phyllis recalls what she did. The same thing. And Sharon thought she'd get Summer out of the way by giving her to Jack. Jack thinks they're both unwell. Phyllis describes overhearing Sharon at the cemetery and how she threw her downstairs and left her for dead. Sharon says she didn't push her. Jack wants to give another test. Victor blows that he can give a dozen tests at the beautiful girls in Newman. He feels kind of sorry for Jack. Later, Sharon and Nick are alone. She tries to tell him numerous times. Nick tells her to stay away from him. It's amazing. I mean, Sharon, I know all of you think Sharon should be herself. I mean, she kept this little paternity test quiet. She kept it quiet. She really did keep it quiet from Nick this whole time. Now let's get to what's going to happen next. At the ranch, Paul tells Nikki that Ian has been arranged a denied ball. Nikki is thrilled but gets very upset when he asks how she's doing. Victoria enters. Nikki composes herself and sees Paul out. But Victoria wonders why Paul is so concerned about her. She brings up Nikki's phone call about Ben and Nikki. Claire doesn't remember. She panics when Victoria mentions Ben's mother. Victoria thinks Nikki knows something about Ben. Victor arrives and tells him the news about Sharon switching the DNA results. Nick is Summer's father. Victoria is stunned at Sharon's actions. Nikki apologizes. Victor was right all along. Victor says they need to pay attention to Nicholas. Then at the penthouse, Chelsea and Billy swap Halloween treats and a kiss. He spots an envelope containing the handkerchief. She grabs it. Not important. He wonders if she's keeping something from him. Chelsea explains about taking the handkerchief to the church and say goodbye to Adam. She left it there, but someone returned it. Billy creeped out. It's a bad omen. He appreciates the gesture she made, but she thinks they should deal with him with the symbolism by burning the handkerchief. Chelsea, Monk, should keep it for Connor. Billy's not big on symbolism anyway. He likes tangible things you can hold. He pulls her to him, and they make love on the sofa. You know what? I don't like Billy and Chelsea. I don't like them both. See, Billy is afraid that Adam's coming back. That's all. He's scared. That's it. Then next, in next scene, in an unclosed location, the woman who picked up the handkerchief in the church tells Adam, whose face is bandaged, that she paid a visit to his wife. She explains about Chelsea having his mother's handkerchief at the church and leaving it there. She returned it anonymously. The woman thinks Chelsea was saying goodbye because Billy moved in. Adam gets agitated. She says he can't do anything about Chelsea and Billy right now. Adam asks her to shut her up. Then in the next scene, Joe recovers from Dylan's sucker punch in the club. Dylan mocks him for playing it up with an ice pack. They bicker about Joe buying Crimson Lights. Joe says his cafe is a small piece of a pie. It's business. Avery and Dylan feel no coincidence. They are arguing loudly when Paul appears. Avery introduces Paul and Joe and fills in the details. Paul pulls Dylan aside. Dylan tells him Joe's actions and revenge. Avery rants about Joe sticking it to the man she loves. Joe offers to find him a new location. Avery spits. That's not gonna happen. And she says, that's not gonna happen, Joe. Paul tells Joe maybe he should realize when something is over, it's over. He questions him to tear down a local landmark. Joe shrugs that it's out of his hands. Paul calls a background check on Joe. Then on the next scene, at the Abbott house, Phyllis finds Jack staring at someone's photo. She knows he's heartbroken and says she's trying to tell him when she went flying down those stairs. Jack wonders why she didn't tell him as soon as she awoke from the coma. He accuses her of showboating for the millions. Her desire for revenge overrode her concern for him. Phyllis says Sharon screwed him over. Not me, he says. Jack realizes Summer doesn't know. Phyllis says she'll have to be told. Then, next scene, at Crimson Lights, Dylan talks to Avery about how Joe must see the place, but it means something to people. It can be relocated. But for what? Some developer out of town? He says to Joe to make him look like a loser. Avery assures him. Well, I'm glad that this secret is going to be over officially, finally today on CBS daytime drama, Young Restless. And all I can say is this. Sharon should be ashamed of herself. Shame on Sharon for keeping the paternity test quiet from Nick. Shame on Sharon. Shame on Sharon. And I hope all of you would enjoy today's episode of CBS daytime drama, Young and Restless. That's my little spoil for all of you. All you have to do is subscribe to me at Justin Fleming, and I can give you updates of what's happening and what's going on the Young and Restless. I'm out of here. Bye. Peace out.